Anthony Hartwig here with a Perry Girls basketball player profile. We're joined by district champion, senior captain number 3. But we're saving the best for last, right? It's Audrey Austin coming to us live from Perry, Ohio. Audrey, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us today.
Thank you for having me.
So it's your senior season. You're a captain, and you're winning a district championship. Can you kind of put into words what this all means to you?
Yeah, I mean, especially having this my senior year is just huge. And I don't have a spring sport. So, like finishing my high school athletic career with this is just amazing. And it's the farthest we've ever made, our senior class has ever made it in the past 4 years. So it really means a lot.
When you talk about working hard and grinding for this championship, what are some things that come to mind about things you've done this year to grow as a basketball player to get your team to this point?
Um, well, I try not to let like mistakes and stuff like that bother me because as a captain, I feel like everyone younger than you and even like the same age as you or same age as you is like watching you all the time. So you kind of have to be a role model and show like not to let things bother you and just keep pushing yourself.
Now, is that something that you've always been good at, or is that something that you've grown in as you've gone along your career, being that person that can kind of let mistakes go real quickly?
I think it's always growing because I think over the past few years my own confidence in myself has grown. So that definitely has helped me like push mistakes aside.
So we talk about growing confidence. What gives you confidence? What are some things that really kind of boost that confidence level when they happen?
I think my teammates, because our team just always is cheering each other on and supporting each other. So having that support really just brings energy to your own game.
And then talk about support. I mean, we know that the community also supports you guys real well. What's it meant to you to see the support of Perry and the support of the school system and the student body come out and kind of rally around this team that is doing so well right now?
It's amazing because, I mean, our community supports all the sports. I mean, we've had a really good football team in the past few years, so like we're looked at as a football school, but I feel like our community really brings it for other sports also. So it really means a lot to all of us.
I mean, hey, you guys go win a state championship. You can just take that basketball school right back, right?
Right.
Um, let's when you think about what it means to you to be a Perry Pirate and to represent this school and this community, what's so special to you about that?
I feel like all of our students at Perry all push themselves, and our student athletes especially are not just good at their sports but they're good in the classroom. So I feel like being a Perry Pirate just shows like how much dedication you put into yourself on and off the court.
When you kind of got into high school and you got to be able to put on those jerseys, what was that kind of moment like? Because this program has been successful for a while. I mean, it's not like Perry came out of nowhere and all of a sudden the girls basketball team was all of a sudden good. What was it like for you to kind of be a part of it and to call yourself a Perry Pirate now in high school when you were a freshman?
um well, my freshman year was definitely scary because I mean our program was, has, like you said, has always been strong. So knowing there's some really good like older kids in the program is a little scary because you don't really know what you're getting yourself into until that first practice.
What got you warmed up to it? Like, what were some things that got you? Okay, it's not that scary anymore. I can do this.
I think just the support from teammates, like I said earlier, just everyone cheering you on and like just encouraging you and picking your head up when you are doing things wrong.
Who were some players from the past that showed you how to be a leader and that you lean on that experience now that you're a captain and a leader yourself?
Like from my freshman year, I would say Margot Jean was always like someone to look at. Not only is her sister also in our grade, but she really like went out of the way to connect with all the freshmen. And then our sophomore year, like every senior we had that year was really great with us. Grace and Izzy McCune, Sophia Maycat, and Caitlin Newsom.
When you think about role models that you have, not just on the court, but in life, who are some people that you kind of look up to and that you can also take into how they show you how to be a leader?
I would say both my parents because they're just like always pushing me and encouraging me to do my best. And then really any coach I've had throughout, I play tennis also. So like any coach I've had throughout tennis and basketball have always pushed me also. So they're always someone I look up to.
I mean, we got to talk about this tennis because you're going to play college for tennis, right?
Yeah.
What's this tennis career meant to you, and what is it? What is it like to kind of be a college athlete and to be able to have that status?
I mean, it's great. And like having throughout like high school, having tennis in the fall and then jumping into basketball, like literally the week after tennis ends, I feel like always puts me in a good spot. Like they complement each other really well. Um, because even though like the shape you have to be in for both sports is different, I always feel like I'm at least like halfway there for basketball when I first get started. So yeah.
Now, the other thing that tennis, I'm sure, helps you with, I mean, unless you're playing doubles, it's just you and your opponent out there on the court. So there's no one to help you. There's no safety net. It's got to be a very mental
Hmm.
grinding sport. How much has the mental side of tennis helped you kind of mentally be tough for basketball?
I feel like that's probably huge, and that's probably where I get it from because, I mean, I've always played singles all my life, so I've been kind of on the court on my own. So, like, if I get frustrated, it's like, unless I get to talk to my coach at the fence between changeovers, it's all up to me to keep myself in it.
Which one of your teammates do you think would be like the best doubles partner?
Uh, Rosalind actually played some tennis with me in middle
Mhm.
school, and then Peyton Winters got on the tennis team this year. So I would say one of them two, probably.
All right, who's someone that you would never want to play doubles with? Like, keep them off the court. They're good for basketball. That's awesome. Not going to do it with tennis.
Mia Lynch.
I love it. That was so quick. Bam. But in all seriousness, I know this team means a lot to you guys. What are some things that you like to do off the floor with this team that really help with team bonding and team chemistry?
We went out to we go out to dinner a lot together, so we've been to so many dinners. We go on little Target runs sometimes, and we always have like a yearly Christmas party at Coach Mindy's house, which is always really fun too.
Is a teammate or a player on the team that you've gotten really close to this year that maybe you haven't been close to before, or maybe you just kind of built a stronger relationship this year?
Um, I feel like the seniors through sophomores this year have always been close, just because like we all got really close last year. So I would say like any of the freshmen probably.
Mhm. Now these seniors, you've been with them for a long time, right?
Hmm.
All the way, what, third grade?
Yeah.
Um, what's it mean to you to kind of share this journey with them and to be able to keep this going, as long as it can?
Yeah, I mean it's amazing because we've always been pushing each other since a really young age, and then also having like Coach Infalvi and my dad, and then Victoria's mom as like our coaches since we were little. Like they always kind of had this vision for us to, so like to show that the hard work has really paid off is just amazing.
You gave us the perfect segue to talk about your dad being a coach and what that kind of is like to kind of have that dynamic of coach and dad at the same time. What's it been like for you? How special has it been to have him along this basketball journey?
It's really nice because like if there's something I'm confused about like in practice or something, I can go home and like ask him a few things or like get some better insights on like some scouting reports and stuff like that. And then he's helped me develop my game a little bit throughout the past years because he'll see things on film that like or like even just during games that he notices, and then he's able to like help me fix it.
Now, how good is he at turning the coach mode off though, and just being dad? Like, is he good at that, or is that something that like he struggles with? Like, we can be honest here.
No, he's good at it, I would say. But like during basketball season, he's like really locked in on basketball. Like I'm home and like I'll be in bed at night and you could hear like whistles from like his computer, like watching film all night. So I would say anytime outside of the season.
How much has his tennis knowledge grown? I mean, has he dived into tennis too, or is he kind of letting you run the tennis of the family?
No, he picked up on it like as I kept developing as a player. I think he both him and my mom kind of got me into it.
Hmm.
I don't really know how, but like he's learned from me playing, I think so.
So you're going to be a college athlete. What is one thing that makes you the most excited about that next chapter of life and being able to go to college and not just have a great education, but also be able to be an athlete at the next level?
Well, just like because I've been playing tennis since I was 4 and then basketball since like second or third grade. Like I just can't imagine myself without a sport yet. So it's really nice knowing that I'll at least have one like to keep going for a few more years.
When did was tennis always the one that you kind of said you were going to go for, or was there a decision to be made? Basketball, tennis, basketball, tennis.
I think like growing up, like younger, I think it was pretty neutral. Like I liked them both the exact same and everything. But I think like in eighth or ninth grade, it kind of just clicked to me that like tennis was my primary
Mhm.
sport. So I don't know. I just kept going with it.
How much did being able to realize, I'm sure, a dream of being, committed to a college to play at the next level, how much did that moment mean to you? And when you called the coach and said, I'm going to commit to your program, what did that mean to you?
It was awesome. And like honestly, when I like finally responded to the coach and I'm like, okay, I'm playing here next year, it just felt like a whole weight coming off of your back because especially your senior year, like you're just so stressed over making the college choice and getting
Mhm.
all your applications in. So making that decision was huge.
So you make that response, you're locked in. Who is the first person that you kind of told, like, hey, I'm committed?
Um well, my one teammate that's soon going to be my tennis teammate, she goes to CVCA and we've
Mm.
known each other for a while. So like obviously after my family found out, like I texted her right away and I'm like, we get to be teammates next year.
Yeah. Enough of this, competing against each other stuff, man.
Right.
Um, let's get to know you a little bit off the court. Some rapid fire questions. We're gonna ask you some different ones than your teammates, though. We're not doing the same cookie cutter stuff.
Okay.
All right. So first thing I want to know, what's your favorite movie? What's your favorite movie or TV show? I like to pick.
I watch a lot of Law and Order.
Hmm. Do you have like a last show that you binged?
Um, I binged. Me and my mom binged The Office a few years ago, like just randomly. But
Did you enjoy it, or are you
yeah,
more of a Parks and Rec kind of person? Because there's
no,
always one or the other.
I love The Office.
Okay. Um, what's one thing that if your room you had to leave your room and you knew you weren't going to be able to come back, what's one thing that you would have to save from it to be able to take with you?
Can I bring my whole bed?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bring the
Okay.
bed. You know, you might have a tough time doing that yourself, but we'll accept it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's what a lot of fun games out there, board games, game shows. What's something that you guys, or you personally, I should say, you think you'd be really good at? Whether a game show out there, what's one that you think you'd really be able to compete in?
I might be able to pull through in Family Feud a little bit.
Yeah,
Maybe.
survey says. um, what's the something that your family gets really competitive with? I'm sure you have a competitive family with your dad in there. So, what's something that you guys compete against each other in?
um, we have a Nintendo Switch, so we'll like get on Mario Kart here and
Mhm.
there, and then just like play it all night sometimes. So I
What
would.
is what is your favorite kind of post game celebration meal?
I would say we've made a lot of Buffalo Wild Wing trips, so
Hmm.
probably wings.
And then same thing with in the sense of post game. When you get home and post game, what's the like first thing you do? Is it homework? Have you saved homework at night, or are you going like right to bed?
Probably. I always try to do homework, but normally it ends up going to bed.
Right.
Yeah.
But at least I'm assuming senior year, maybe a little bit less homework, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good. Good thing. You've done a lot of work the first 3 years.
Mhm.
But I do want to, before we let you go, I do want to know major. We've talked about playing tennis, but I forgot about education at the next level too. What are some majors that you're going into, and what's a career path that you think you might want to land on?
I plan on going into accounting next year.
A lot of math.
Mhm. Yep.
What drove you to that?
Literally just enjoying math so much. Math has been my favorite subject like every year in school. So
Well, that's awesome. We end these player profiles the same way every time. You've seen your teammates do them, so you know the drill. We want to give you the chance to take the limelight off yourself a little bit, shine on the people in your life that have meant the most to you, that have gotten you to where you've gotten. So I want to give you the chance to give thank yous and shout outs to the people in your life that you think really deserve it.
yeah. I want to thank our whole coaching staff this year, Mr. Infalvi, Senior Infalvi, Mindy Allen, and my dad all do so much on and off the court. And like we had mentioned before, Mr. Infalvi, my dad, and Mrs. Lynch have all coached us since we were little. So they got me to where I was today. And then I want to thank both my parents for always supporting me and taking me to practices when I couldn't drive and all that stuff. And then my sister, who's in 6th grade, but I mean, at home, she cheers me on like a teammate and is like my best friend. So, all my family that's supported me over the past years.
All right, Audrey, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today and talk to us about not just this season, your whole career. And we wish you the best of luck in the regional game tomorrow. And we hope that it goes as far as it can. And we also wish you the best of luck in all your future endeavors. We'll talk to you real soon.